Many of us often ask ourselves, what would we actually do in the event of a zombie apocalypse? Would we grab every weapon at our disposal, improvised or otherwise, and go out in a blaze of glory? Or would we just hide in a cupboard under the stairs and wait for Hagrid to come and rescue us, or something? I don't know, that was a very British thing to suggest. Well, thankfully, in the game Project Zomboid, that's a good way to find out. For those who don't know, Project Zomboid is an early access game that's been early access for quite a long time at this point, that nevertheless does an excellent job at portraying a zombie apocalypse during the early 90s. The depth in this game is exceptional, and the customizability of its games are second to none. But by default, this game hasn't really got an objective. It's kind of a sandbox, but with the help of some handy-dandy mods, I have an actual objective. I have 7 in-game days to reach the Grand Ohio Mall in the big old city of Louisville, beginning all the way from the little hamlet of Echo Creek. And to make matters worse, the zombies outside, they're pretty sucky, and that's just during the day. When night falls, they become sprinters with superhuman strength and unnatural toughness. So yes, in summary, my objective is to make it across a huge swathe of land teeming with dangerous infected, and then get out alive at the extraction point. And this is the chronicle of that journey. So of course, if you enjoy this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Huge thank you to my YouTube members. You guys are awesome. Maybe consider joining the channel's Discord, etc. And with that said, let's get shambling. Well, hopefully not shambling. Running like a normal person. Anyway, let's go. Right, let's do this. Very promptly upon spawning in, I immediately get to looting the building. Hey, can I just take this and say I've already won? Hooray, I'm the winner. This begins with taking some curtains off the window and turning them into a handy-dandy sling backpack so I can carry more stuff. Perfect. Heading into the kitchen, I was delighted to see that it was quite well stocked with a decent amount of food. Okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I am pleased. I am very pleased. No tin opener, though. I take a nice chunky looking ham, stick it in the oven, and maybe that'll see me through for a little while. While it cooks, as I continue searching, finding some very fashionable stuff. If I wear these, then I'll be able to sneak better because they're sneakers. Yes. Big brain. I also managed to find a car key for the car outside, I hope. Ooh, well that's very lucky. Take that, hopefully it's in decent nick. And a lighter, which is very handy because my guy's a smoker. You know what, now's probably a very good time for me to introduce this fine fellow here. This is Artiguff. No relation. And like all Project Zomboid characters, he possesses traits both positive and negative. He has a weak stomach, is short-sighted, is a slow reader, and is a smoker, so we're gonna need to find cigarettes for him. However, to compensate for this, he has vehicle knowledge, which is very handy for someone who has to make a very long journey, and he is a burglar. So not only is he better able to break into things, he is also able to hotwire vehicles, which is an incredibly useful skill. And yes, I know I got excited about finding the car keys earlier, but that's kind of a built-in response when you play this game, you know? Anyways, so with a crowbar found to act as our primary weapon, sticky on my back, we step foot outside. Well, the coast looks clear, apart from that one. First things first, I go to check out the condition of the car on the drive. Car's condition's not incredible, trunk's a little bit shite, and no gas either. Okay, fair enough. Well, for all the keys and hot wiring skill, no fuel, no vehicle. Before going back inside to gather supplies for our wandering northward, I decided it's time to get rid of our neighbor, the first zombie of the playthrough. Why did the sneak attack not work? Hey! There we go. Ooh, but the ring though. No reason we can't be styling at the end of the world. And they got a parking ticket, eh? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Should have paid it off before the apocalypse happened. I go to check on our ham, which I totally didn't forget about. Ooh. God dang it. Well, food is food. I gather up supplies, and we head northwards. We need a watch, like urgently. Given the fact that come nighttime the zombies start sprinting like crazy mofos, it is imperative that we're able to tell the time. Not just so we can see it coming, but it is the height of summer right now in Project Zomboid, and it's still somewhat light when quote-unquote nighttime falls, at least as far as the zombies are concerned. Thankfully, it would appear that fate is on our side. Aha, perfect. Hey. Now I know watches aren't that rare in Project Zomboid, but Nevertheless, I feel much more comfortable for having one now. Across the graveyard, we spot possible salvation. Not the church per se, but the car park alongside it. If nothing else, maybe I can find some fuel in those cars. But of course, there's a small horde of them right outside. Let's see if I can't just have them. I mean, then again, they're kind of ignoring me because they're all tired and shit. Sod it, let's use that to our advantage. And thus, we did. We managed to sneak around the main horde and only have to hit 1 or 2 zombies that got too close. And we were promptly able to have a look at these vehicles. Well, there's a value tech walkie-talkie, but not quite what we're looking for. There's something else I should probably explain. We're trying to reach extraction within 7 days, as you know, but however, in order to call in said extraction, we need a radio. But not just any radio. We specifically need a military walkie-talkie. I have a possible plan for finding one, but I'll get into that after we establish step 1, that being a vehicle. Oh, now that is handy. We'll take that, thank you. And a rubber hose, well, hell yes. This is very fortunate. While this vehicle hasn't got any gas, with a gas can and a hose, we can siphon some out of any vehicles that do. Handy if you have a beat-up vehicle with gas, and a pristine vehicle with none. Come on, you. With no fuel to be found in either vehicle, I have a quick look inside the church, but I don't really find much. Wants to get into God's house? Hey yo, at the moment he's not taking any visitors. Can I take a message? Doink. Good message. Looking in the building next door, however, I find some food, which I take, and then I promptly make my way. It's in this house just down the road, but I encounter a bit of a surprise housewarming party. Oh, okay. That's quite what I meant to do. Hang on. Get a bit messy now, lads. There we go. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. All right, everyone's coming in. It's cool. I got room for all of you. Some people. Thankfully, that seemed to be all of them. And it was worth the risk, because we found not just a screwdriver, but something else too. Huh. Not worth the risk, not worth it. Now sure, I didn't take it, because guns in this game can be a death sentence without the ammo to back it up. A gunshot is basically saying, yo, come here, my face is here for the eating. So this house also comes with a basement and a garage. Frustratingly, all are locked up. However, maybe one of the bodies inside has one. Hey, look at that. Now it's really dark. Hang on. Success. We get into the basement. What the hell was that? Hang on. Ooh, and we find this is definitely a man cave. Nice, screw extraction, we could just stay here for the rest of our days. I suppose I gotta be a responsible adult. In this man cave, I find a magazine with recipes on making metal sheets and stuff like that. I pause to read it. It could be useful. Oh dear, everything's breaking up there. More mess to clean up. Oh joy. In the next house along the row, I find probably the holy grail of finds in Project Zomboid. Hey! Now we are talking turkey. The can opener. Anyone who plays this game knows that without one of these, you just feel eternally anxious. The moment you find one, euphoria. I also find a ham. A chance to redeem myself, it would seem. Actually cook a ham properly. While it's cooking, I look out the window and spot a car across the road. It looks a bit beat up, but maybe it has fuel. Check that out, El Secondo. Spoiler alert, car has no fuel. Of course not. That would have been far too easy. As I continue moving up the street, eventually I encounter something interesting. Ooh, well hello. Some crashed cars and a very nice looking van parked just behind them. But that's not all that piques my interest. Ooh, hello. Now there may be some goodies in there. Nice. My ability to speak is already turning into a zombie. Let's have a look at ya. But first, we gotta check that van. No gas, but damn, everything else is looking really nice. No, actually, the gas itself is looking pretty bad nick. It has real potential once it has gasoline. And of course, we poke our head inside for a moment. You never know what you'll find. You wouldn't happen to have a key, would you, dude? Oh, what kind of party's going on in here? Hang on. What party you guys doing? In the end, it's your house, you guys do whatever kind of party you want, but, you know, no invitation, nothing. What was that? Oh, these guys are funny. Yeah, they were up to something, all right. Damn, guys, damn. Oh, whole frozen pizza? Oh, man. We ain't leaving that pizza behind. It's getting cooked. We're taking it with. Exactly how I eat my pizza. Just straight like a giant biscuit. And with that treasure recovered, time to investigate the boarded up house. It could be a survivor house full of weapons, supplies, that kind of thing. Alright then. But let's see what is in store for us here. If this door is open, I'm just gonna... Well, damn. Listen, man, I need all your stuff, please. You give me stuff? I like stuff. Yeah, it's a crack house. How's a mild shame. Eventually, upon exploring further north, we finally stumble upon the festival grounds, whatever event was clearly going on here. Ah, we're at the, like the green, the common, the park, whatever you want to call it. Looting as we go and avoiding any major mobs, we pass by a few things of interest, including a promising blue van, which appears okay. And eventually, there it is, what I've been looking for this whole time. God, the whole party's here. Oh, a gas station. Time to work on thinning the crowd. Hey. The smart way, of course. Alright, you lots. Hey. Let's go. Come on, everyone. Hey. Let's roll. Let's get out of here. Couple in the woods, though, we should probably watch out for. That's no worry. Ooh, a cop car. Okay. Anything good in the truck? Oh, hello. Just a heads up, guys. This cop car will return. Swinging around and heading back to the gas station, there's now substantially less zombies, but still enough to warrant concern. Okay, we still have a couple. Maybe I can draw them out piecemeal. Thus, I decide to employ the old fence tactic. All right, you lot. One at a time, please. Zombies are at their most vulnerable when they're on the ground, and whenever they mantle over anything, such as a fence, they are indeed on the ground. One at a time, one at a time. And thankfully, these guys are considerate enough to come at me staggered. We're all just having a bit of a party there, a bit of a dance-off, it would seem. Not very helpful, is it, chum? Oh, he was a tough cookie. Oh, here we go, here we go. But with time and patience, we make short work of these rotten fools. Whoo-wee! Damn, boy! Damn! And with the outside cleared, it's time to check the inside, wherein I bravely do not get jump scared. No. Cease and desist, you there. Oh, God, I hate it when they do that. I encounter a couple more here and there while I'm looting this building. Oh, hello! Bro, I'll get to you in a minute. And my negative moodlets are making this rather difficult now. I absolutely need to sort myself. And I'm gonna eat the rest of my pizza now after that. But first, we must check the treasure we are here for. The gas pumps. Whoa, out of gas? You better not be out of freaking gas. Hang on. This is not looking good. Fuel pump is empty. Oh wait, no container for fuel. Oh, so maybe this one does have some. Okay, hang on. That's rather handy. Yeah. Crisis averted. Now that I have a solid supply of gasoline, plus my ability to hotwire, pretty much any of the vehicles around me are at my beck and calling as I wish. And on top of that, this gas station has one final treasure to reveal to me, and to my dirty habit, as they say. Oh, thank the gods. Okay, and a proper lighter. Good. That's one less negative moodlet to worry about. Alright, we are having a smoke. Oh, that hits every spot. But, however, I do have a look at the time and realize that it is starting to get late. And once night falls again, it shall be a very, very dangerous time to be outside. However, this gas station has an apartment sat right on top of it, and I decide this seems like a good place to hunker down for the night. Hey, upstairs seems to be quite quiet. I hunker down our temporary accommodation, going around, closing curtains. I even seal the door with a table, heretofore ensuring that nobody turns up uninvited. Hi? Yeah, I'll sort you in a sec. And of course, I evict any unwanted guests. A sheet on this one. Oh, a guest. Come on in. Right, now it's into... Oh, another guest. Alright, I'll fit one more. The curtains. That's for you. With all that done and us looking quite tired, set the alarm for 9 a.m. Actually, no, 8:30 a.m. We set the alarm and go to sleep. Right then, let's sleep through this. Ending day 1. In theory. Okay, we woke up much earlier than I anticipated. It turns out going to bed before 9 p.m. makes you get up early too. And since my boy is too damn stubborn to just have a lay-in, I mean, if I was in his shoes, I know I would, I decide to organize some things for tomorrow's journey. including doing the washing up. However, at some point, a worrying little thought occurs to me. What if I forgot to make the zombie sprinters at night? And for some reason, I couldn't shake the thought. I was certain I had, after all. So I figured the only way to be sure was to just move the table and stick my head out real quick. Oh, Jesus! Whoa. Okay, I didn't realize there's one right out there. Oh, God. No. Okay. Just scratched. Okay. So that's real quick. Okay, so I did do the settings right. I'm pleased. Oh, I'm such a frickin' idiot. But that was too close. And thus, on that very exciting note, day 1 ends having found food, supplies, fuel, and vehicles. Looks like we'll be getting to Louisville sooner than we thought. So, the first step on today's agenda is to acquire a vehicle. And I have just the one in mind, that red van from earlier. So once the alarm goes off, I read a couple of brochures just to make sure that enough time has passed to ensure all the sprinters are gone. I grab the fuel can, and we get trekking back. We sneak past a few hordes, which is relatively easy given that we're a burglar, and we make it there. Then we just have to deal with a few of the locals trying to keep us away from the van. Probably homeowners association people, you know what I mean? We fill her up, we hotwire her. I will sit here as long as I need. Nice. And then she's all ours, and we drive her back to the gas station. But unfortunately, it seems there's a lot of members of this homeowners association, as a whole horde of them seem to have followed me. Thus, I leave it by the gas station as I get to just herding them all away. Though I am finding them to be quite troublesome, which is annoying. Though, unfortunately, that is not the most annoying thing that happens. You see, around this time I paused the game to go do something, like one normally does, but like a confounded moron, I forgot to unpause it. Now this went on only for a few minutes, sure, but naturally a lot happened in those few minutes. Here's a vague reconstruction. Okay, I'll tell it to you straight. Remember that cop car from yesterday? I'm gonna make use of the shotgun in the back to draw all the nearby zombies away from the gas station. And luckily for you, I unpaused the recording just in time for one final shot. Well, that was anticlimactic. Well, I think the plan worked. It drew them all over. Indeed, the plan had worked. Circling back around to the gas station, I found it completely deserted. Lovely. Thus, we finished the final preparations for the journey. This includes replacing the broken window for the van. I had to break into it to get in, you see. Yay, there we go, finally. Then we gather all supplies left over. You can't have a road trip without snacks, after all. And then finally, it is time to begin our exodus. And we're off. As I'm sure you can tell by the tone of the music changing, things are fairly upbeat during the travel. Taking that a bit harsh? I mean, anyone familiar with this game can tell you that if you have a decent quality vehicle and you're driving along the road and don't hit anything, it's really quite a relaxing part of the game. Nothing's gonna catch you after all. I decide to swing up and around to the north as I'm not super familiar with this side of the map. My plan is then to swing east and vaguely follow the river. Oh, hello. Okay, fair enough. Hello guys, don't mind me. Just passing through. There's a couple of interesting sights along the way, including some deer. Oh, deer. That's cool. But other than that, I spy, with my little eye, something beginning with Z, or Z, depending on where you're from. You know what it is? That's right. Zilch! There's nothing here! And eventually, after a hefty bit of driving, we eventually approach the edge of the town of Muldraugh. Oh, hello you lot. Oh, dear God, what are you made of? Wherein I promptly spot the gas station. Maybe it would be worth a quick stopover. I figured this would be a good stop to check for supplies, but there were quite a few zombies to clear out, so I used the van's horn. You can, for goodness sake, I used the van's horn and hopefully it worked. I would say to my surprise, but that implies that it wasn't perfectly planned and executed, the zombies do indeed get lured away successfully. I hop out the van and immediately jump in for some hearty looting. Among all the stuff, there are painkillers. This is excellent because I struggled with muscle strain the previous day. With just some of my new supplies in hand, I have to deal with some posers trying to get selfies on my ride. Hey, yo, why are you guys all heading to my car? I swear I turned it off. motherfunker, why did I do that? Okay, no, we're good. It takes a bit of luring, both in the van and on foot, to get everything just right, but eventually we managed to get the van safely parked in front of the gas station. Good for loading our new loot. Oh, there is some fuel. Okay, they lied to me. That's fine, I'll accept the lies. Though it's also at this point that I am aware that nighttime is approaching. It may be prudent for me to find a place to set up shop for the night. Perhaps this gas station is it. Not the best place to stop, but my options are very limited. Spiffos across the way might have something, so we'll have a little look. As you no doubt just heard, the plan is to go across the road to the Spiffos, a fast food joint, wherein I may be able to find some better shelter than the gas station offers. And of course, we may be able to find some fast food there. If we live in a world where they're no longer going to be made, I'm going to goddamn capitalize on what there is left. Okay, member of staff, hello, can I have some service? Thank you. I do find a room that hasn't got a door leading to directly outside. Maybe I can put something soft in here to sleep on. I grab a dining chair and bring it in. My plan is to be able to sleep on this when the time comes. There'll be a spanner in the works, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Okay, cool. I then, of course, check out the kitchen, being careful of the windows in case there's any outside. And lo and behold, the last of the midsummer wine, i.e. burgers and fries. Hey, we got a whole 3 burgers, damn. We have a whole frickin' dinner in here. Hell yeah. Now, if that doesn't make the day a victory, I don't know what does. After gathering up any and all burgers I can find, like a sane person would, I then decide to take a bit of a risk. I'm fully aware of how late it is. The sprinters will be coming out any time now, but it's virtually deserted. Well, at least now it is. And I spy across the way a decent-looking car park with some decent-looking vehicles. So thus, like the highly intelligent and wise person I am, I go to check it out. Always time for a smoke break. Coughing. I wonder if this will ever possibly come to bite me in the backside. Nah, of course it won't. We find a few decent things. Some tools to help keep the van running. Some medical supplies and no less than 3 doctor bags in the back of this car to help keep me running. 3 doctor... How many doctors are here? Hang on. And then perhaps the biggest discovery of all. Well, hello, darling. Nice. Ooh, hello. On a cooler. Oh, damn, these people really did frickin' stock up. They put you in the cooler. A better van than mine, and not just that, the owners had clearly been on a big shopping spree lately. It was loaded with goodies. It just needed some fuel is all. I checked the laundromat, found nothing of interest, and realized it was actually getting dark, so it's time to go and sleep in the Spiffos. And it's here I discovered that my guy's refusing to sleep in the super comfy dining chair. Now, perhaps I was a bit cocky at this, but there were no zombies around. So I figured I'd sleep on the bench thing, you know, by the windows that you get in restaurants. This is a huge risk. I set my alarm, lay down, close my eyes. Nice. Cool. I'm a pleased pickle. It seems no undead fancied an arty burger during the night, as I wake up fine. And with that relief, I promptly get on with getting the new van in working order. Thankfully, all that means is gas. I cast a cautious eye about as I make my way back to the gas station. Decent little crowd there, but nothing too crazy. The undead had shuffled about during the night, and there was a worryingly large group somewhat close to the gas station, but I figured so long as I stay discreet, they'll mind their own business. I ain't gonna interfere with your party. You don't interfere with mine. But with that, I grab a gas can, take it over, fill her up, and bring her in. Perhaps while we're fueling up, now's a good time to explain the plan. So we have to get to Louisville, to the Grand Ohio Mall, as you know, but we need a military walkie-talkie. Now, thankfully, the quickest way into Louisville is through this large military checkpoint. My hope is that somewhere here, we will indeed find said military walkie-talkie. Now, I'm expecting there to be quite a lot of dead fools there, but I'm hoping we'll find a gap, be able to get in, grab a walkie-talkie if you find one, get out, and then work on getting to the mall. And if we have to drive through due to there being too many dead, then so be it, I guess. We're ahead of schedule, so I'm not overly worried. Oh, sounds like we're full. Given that there were so many goodies in this van already, I haven't got room to take everything from the first van. So I just grabbed the essentials, 1 or 2 gasoline canisters, a bit of the imperishable food, stuff like that. And I figured we'll just leave the first van here. Who knows, maybe one day we'll return for it. And after a quick smoke break, we're in the van, pulling off, waving goodbye to our first red companion. Nope. There we go. We're encountering more of those. I'm just waiting for a frickin' completely blockaded road at some... Oh god, hello everyone. I didn't mean by zombies. I meant by, like, cars. A junction. Am I at West Point? That means if we keep following this, I think we'll curve around and get to a river crossing. If my memory doth serve. Indeed, my memory doth serve. Just not about the state it's in. Whoa. Oh wait, river crossing. Okay. Alright, hang on. Time to deal with the locals. Oh, wait a minute. We don't need to worry about this. We could just cross via the railway line. Alright, let's give that a spin. This is where we encounter the one working train in the whole world coming the other way. I love it when I win. We were finally just down the road from Louisville, beginning of course with the security checkpoints. Thankfully the journey from here to there wasn't eventful, for the most part. Oh god, nearly freaking tipped. Oh man, here's a tip folks, don't do that. Oh hello. Okay. Got a few folks hanging. There we are, I was looking for you. So to get into this checkpoint proper, we're going to need to clear the way for our van. That in and of itself is not a difficult task, we just pick them up and move them. What makes it difficult is the zombies. Because you see, I did have to herd some away, as you would expect, but for some odd reason, they kept walking off into random directions. And at one point when I felt I'd really lured them good and far away with my van, which I then pulled up to the side, engine turned off, and then heading up to the barricade to move it, all the zombies were just heading towards the van. Why are they all going straight to the car? How do you guys know where it is? Even though I made a big, large loop. I mean, you guys have seen me. I've lured plenty of zombies away by this point. Come on, you lot. I mean, the black van is very cool. I don't blame them for being drawn to it. The amount of times I had to stop to lure zombies away was, man, it was really annoying. And of course, a few zombies had to be domed in the process. But eventually, I would clear enough space for me to be able to fit the van through. First member of the visiting public, down you go. You're not allowed here. Restricted access. I don't think these actually damage me in any way, but since I don't remember, and I'm not willing to find out, we're going to move these two. Excellent. And we're in. That's the first step of the checkpoint beaten. Now we just need to get through this gate here, and then we're in the checkpoint proper, wherein we should find all the goodies, including, hopefully, a military walkie-talkie. Again, we use the strategy of using the van to lure the zombies away. Thankfully, this time, they're relatively more cooperative. Then, we just go inside. Hello, folks. Excuse me, please. Oh, my lordy. Okay, then. Have to try and navigate through this carefully. Come on. Come on. There we go. This doesn't lead us where we want to go. Do-do-bip-bidoo, oh, fuck a duck. It's all good, it's all good. A little bit of damage to the front isn't gonna end our lives. Ooh, there is a bit of gap, actually. Oh, hell yes, okay, this might work to our advantage. Okay. Do-ba-doo. Okay, cool. We'll just quickly get back in. This isn't the right side, I'm thinking in English. Right, there we go. We'll be back. We will be back for what we need. So yes, it goes without saying that there were far too many zombies for us to deal with right there and then to search for the military walkie-talkie that we need. Thankfully, I have a backup plan. Now that we're in Louisville proper, I happen to know where we can find both a tool store and a gun store relatively close together, just on the southern edge of the city. If we can go there, find the tools we need, the arms and ammo that we need, in order to make short work of the zombies, we can then return, make a decent dent in their numbers, and hopefully find the equipment we're searching for. With that said, let's hope I remember the way to the said stores. I think we're gonna have a cigarette or 12 after that. Okay, I think it's this left. I'm usually pretty good with directions and remembering my way, so here's to hoping that's still the case. Yes, I'm certain this is it. Yes, hunting supply. Excellent. There was a tool shop, wasn't there? I didn't misremember that, did I? Okay. Maybe I was wrong about the tool shop, alas. Oh no, tool shop, yes. Excellent. Having located the stores, time for the same old strategy. Get the attention of the dead and lure them away. Thankfully, there's a massive field just over that fence there, so I have plenty of places to put them all. And those that are left when we return, well, nothing the old fence tactic can't stop. We're going to look into getting into the tool store first. As anyone who's played this game knows, the gun shops are usually locked up pretty tight. We're going to need tools to get in, specifically a sledgehammer. No sledgehammer, well, we probably won't find anything useful in the gun shop. After a couple more acts of luring zombie groups away, we finally managed to get ourselves into the tool store. Alright, please no alarm. Marvelous. And get looting. Okay. I search, and I search, and I search, and I search. Unfortunately, no sledgehammer. I'm a little bit disappointed, I won't lie to you. So now, unless I'm willing to pick my way through the city looking for a sledgehammer, we're gonna need a plan B for our plan B. There is one brewing in the back of my mind, but before we get into that, I can see time is ticking away and that we're going to be here for a small while. So I spend a fair bit of time scoping out the local area, you know, this row of buildings and whatnot. There's a variety of shops with all sorts of things, including some food. But there's also some tucked away corridors in the back here. Who knows what's lurking in the dark? Any light switch here? This is a bit eerie. Oh, hang on. Here we go. And of course it would be in a place like this that I get a nasty surprise at my back door. You're making a racket. Could you just stop? Oh, hello. Okay. Cool. No worries. Thankfully, they all came in one at a time, so I could take it. Anyone else? Well, why are you looking at me like that? I then stumbled into a bar, which is perfect because this is part of my plan B. To summarize, without a key or a sledgehammer, we're going to get into the gun shop with fire, specifically through Molotov cocktails. Throw them at the wall, burn the wall down, run in, grab stuff, and run out before the whole building burns down. In theory, anyway. And of course, bottles of whiskey and whatnot are exactly what we need. Now I just need some rags. But I figured that's tomorrow's problem. For now, I'm going to keep looking around, exploring the place, etc. If I find rags while I go, so be it. Now, it's while I'm exploring a bit northward that I make an interesting discovery. Ooh, hello. Now that may be a place to find what we're looking for. A fire station. Maybe this place has sledgehammers, which will save me having to do the whole Molotov thing. I think to myself, I have just enough time for a bit of looking into it. But then of course, Project Zomboid does what it does best. It throws onto me a series of unfortunate events. Oh, in for a penny. I figured I still had enough time to loot through the place. The zombies were slow after all, and it would be a wee while until they were any faster. A sledgehammer would be a beautiful thing, unlikely as it was. And as you can imagine, I did not find a sledgehammer. I did manage to find not just one fanny pack, but two fanny packs, one for the front and back. So a rather handy bit of quick storage. Come on, let's get stuff. This stuff makes it worth it. I opened the window by the stairs there as a quick exit. Given the fence around the back, they're much more likely to come through the front before the back. I then head upstairs to see what decent stuff I can find, if anything. Anything at all? Pickle, sod it, we'll eat the pickle before it's gone for good. Aware that time is running out, I then make my way back down the stairs as promptly as I can. And then that's when the next unfortunate thing occurs. Okay, ow. Oh, for real? Oh, goodness me. Okay, no worries. A fracture? Holy shit. Things promptly went from bad to much, much worse. I hopped out the window, hoping that maybe I could hop the fence and then find some shelter nearby while the zombies are distracted. But unfortunately, with this fractured leg, this guy ain't climbing over nothing. With my only option now being going through the fire station and out the front where pretty much all the danger lies, and with them slowly sweeping through to the back, I go the only safe direction I can find. Upwards. This could be the end. I make it out to the rooftop, with them hot on my heels. At this point, I only really have one reasonable option, and that's to find a place out of sight of the windows and just hug the wall and just wait for an opportunity. Well, today's a bit shit. And then, of course, the time did ticketh over unto nighttime. And now they're gonna be runners. Oh, great. Yep, they're already faster now. The moment they see me, they will sprint. Having a hard time lately, yep, can't argue with that. Well, this is how we're going. We're gonna drink this whole bottle of scotch. Oh yeah, there we go. And I think we'll have a smoke. All we can do now is hope there's no rain. If one were to dare to be optimistic, one could say that we're hidden. They don't know where we are. Perhaps we can just stay here till morning. Then when they're slower, we could then hop off the side of the building and then maybe make a break for it. I mean, for lack of a better word, we don't really have any other option at this point. And it's around this point, in the middle of the night, that the third and final unfortunate incident occurs. Uh-oh. Occupied? I mean, empty? Vacant? Oh god, my brain. Uh-oh. Time to make a swift exit, I think. Alright, no one's here. No one is here. Oh god. No one's here. Alright, time to hop the fence and get it. Oh, no. Ah, there we go. Ah, there it is. Ah, only got so far. Oh, dear. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, folks. Sure, it sucks that we made it this far just to fall here, but you know what? I still had some time. I figured I would give it one last shot, in the same world as well. So, with 4 days left to go, meet Artie's brother, Fartiguff. He shall take the mantle from his brother as main character. And yes, I gave him all the same traits and stuff. What you gonna do? I do, however, spawn in Muldraugh, because I felt like it. But anyways, with that, let us begin day 4. So the moment I spawn in this trailer, I promptly get on with looting it, being very careful of course. It's still technically nighttime, and there are still going to be sprinters out there. But apparently, I wasn't quite careful enough. Oh god, okay. One manages to break in, then 2 manage to break in. But thankfully, that seems to be all. It was also during this time that I come up with something of a plan. Now at least we know where there is a decent van. Okay. It is with huge thanks to our dearly departed brother Artie, but he left the old red van at the Crossroad gas station that's just a little ways north of here. Now granted on foot it's still quite a trek, so I will try and find some kind of vehicle. But if I have to walk, then walk I shall. Given the fact that looking out I see no zombies anywhere near, I decide to head out a little earlier than I otherwise might have done. There's an interesting looking trailer to the north of me, but in the end, it doesn't lead to much. What does lead to something, however, is a white car parked by a house. It's not in very good condition, and it hasn't got fuel, but it's a vehicle. And if we're lucky, maybe one of these crashed vehicles here has the fuel we need. So I take a bucket and a rubber hose, and I go for a look. Well, shit, look at that. Fortune's on our side. We have a lick of gasoline. Well, looks like that's all we're getting. But I'll take it. Just enough, I hope, to get us to the Crossroads gas station. Before leaving, I go into the house just to take anything useful, such as the food. Oh man, we just need burger buns and we could have a freaking burger. And a beer and burger, oh man. And of course, the house has one more surprise for me. Hello, love. You can't stay in here anymore, this is now my dressing room. Damn, she had to fight to protect these suit pants. What a strange zombie. So with my naked burger in hand, we hop in the car, and off we go to the Crossroads. God, we are so low on fuel. Alright, let's get cracking. If we encounter any cars, we stop, see if they have gasoline. And indeed, that's how the plan unfolds. There are no cars to stop and check, but something else piques my interest. Huh, who lives down here? Alright, let's see what we got. It wasn't even a gate, it's just fully fenced off. I was thoroughly intrigued. What sort of place is fenced off in the middle of the woods like this? I quickly make the discovery. Huh. Like a farm. A ramshackle old building full of dirt, debris, graffiti, and a strange-looking trailer full of strange equipment. Is this a drug lab? Have I found a freaking drug lab? Yep. I'd managed to find a drug lab, but thankfully, where there are criminal activities, there are criminal armaments. A decent condition revolver with a box of ammo. Not a bad find. We take it back to the car and continue on our way. What the hell was that? That was terrifying. We go more or less as the crow flies, taking a shortcut through this very rural road until eventually... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okie dokie. We run out of gas. Well, guess that's that then. Oh, that's not too bad. Unless you just follow it straight north. And in fact, there's a building right there. Let's go. Thankfully, we're within sight of what appears to be buildings on the edge of a trailer park of some kind. There's even a small fresh produce store, so I quickly go in there and snaffle what stuff I can, but it's what was parked outside it that was the true miracle. Well shit, it's not bad and it has gas. Huh. And then, before long, we find ourselves looking upon a familiar sight. Oh, I think we're here. Yes, we're here. Hey, look at that. My brother was here. Right. Oh, we actually do have some gasoline here. Okay. Bless you, cat. We spend the next short while just sort of ferrying things over into the van, you know, and filling up empty gas canisters, things of that nature. And thus, faster than you can say, help, there's a zombie chewing on my neck, we're off, following the same path as our dear brother. Oh, sorry. While we're making our way, now seems like an excellent time to fill you in on the new plan. So we're going to follow the path of our brother, including going through the military checkpoint. But what we're going to do, we're going to drive straight into Louisville, straight to the coastline, and then we're going to follow it along to the back of the Grand Ohio Mall. I mean, not only is it where the extraction is actually going to happen, but I'm hoping we can find a military walkie-talkie in there. I mean, you can buy anything at this place apparently. So by that logic, maybe there'll be one in there somewhere. So we make it to the checkpoint. Thankfully all the gates and stuff are still open from our brother's passing. We make it through, and then we follow the road north, straight up. This is probably an utterly awful idea, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta do crazy shit to achieve the sensible shit, or something. That's what I tell myself anyway. Alright, I think this is the coastline. Okay. I think. Don't mind me, folks, just trying to make a delivery here. A Taylor delivery. Oh, okay. I'll just detour this way. Ah, fuck a duck. Okay, come on. Now would not be a good time for you to break down. Come on, darling, keep on rolling. Just keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Right, a lovely stroll along the coast, or the river. Ow. Well, that hurt. Okay, you know what, we're good. I'm just gonna run. And run I did. I carefully, more carefully than with the van anyway, made my way along the coastline. And eventually, we found it. The Grand Ohio Mall. God, of course, there's lots of them. Whoa, there's lots of them. Okay. Along with everyone who was there. Okay, there's quite a lot in there as well. Okay, fairs. There were so many of the rotten rotters. I still employed the same tactic that I often do by shouting and luring them away. I mean, in the end, I did have quite a lot of space between the mall and the waterline, which I aptly used as best I could. But it still took a couple of luring attempts. But then, unfortunately, I was to fall victim not to unfortunate circumstances, but to bad decisions born from panic. Ah, okay, hang on. Oh, sweet God, I can't see. Okay, hang on. Equip this in secondary. I can't see shit. Oh no! Okay, equip secondary. Be really quick. There we go, okay. Alright, my glasses. Oh. Just grab them, there we go, okay. We'll worry about them later. Oh God! Oh damn, okay, here we go. Well, I guess that's that. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be a challenge if it was easy. I made 2 good attempts, and with that, I'm just happy I reached the damn place. I may well try this challenge again one day, or indeed other Project Zomboid challenges. If there's any in particular you'd like to see, do comment down below. I love reading them. And one way or another, we have discerned that I would not last in a zombie apocalypse. Not with my crazy schemes. But anyways, I do hope you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to do the old like, comment, subscribe, etc. Maybe consider joining the channel's Discord, and of course, huge thank you to my YouTube members. You guys are legends. And with that said, I'm Artie. You all take good care now. Peace.